Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. What type of an idiot writes a story like the one you wrote about Ripple's final court case fight against the SEC? Then I saw his image. Let's unpack this a little bit, with this man. If something is excellent for XRP and XRP holders, then naturally Ripple should benefit the most from it. This has got to be the worst argument I've ever heard. Now that it's the law of the land, Ripple can sell XRP on the secondary market in any market they choose, and no one can stop them. They could make more money from selling or using XRP than they would from paying any fines or penalties related to those prison cells. This is merely an ignorant point of view. I can't tell if he's just being a troll or if he truly is that stupid. He's going to have his hands full with us, though. We're not a meme stock community. We're the XRP army. We won't quit, we won't go away. He's meddling with the wrong group of people. And eventually, I believe, he will come to regret it. This guy really is an idiot. Now I've got a serious question about ledgers, since the initial breakthrough was that your ledger could be used to shard your keys out across the internet, and that's obviously a horrible notion from a security sense. Those with significant wealth are not likely to use a site like Coinbase, and I can assure you that they will not be broadcasting their private keys online. It's a really risky move to make. If you want to put out a specialty gadget and there are individuals who want that functionality, that's great, let them buy that, but don't interfere with my gear because I don't want it. New in stock is an orange hat with the words Ledger emblazoned across the front. Plus, it has a storage compartment for your mobile device or keys, making it convenient to carry around. You're basically wearing a sign that says, "I have crypto, please kidnap my hat and me so that I can help you access my money." Yes, that's basically what you'd be telling folks. I mean, this is really risky. Not funny at all. Do not broadcast the fact that you are involved in cryptography. Wearing a bright orange hat that proclaims, "I have crypto and I have access to that money on me," is not a good idea. And if you capture me, you can demand that I wire you whatever worth I have. In just a few seconds, you'll feel like the world's biggest target. That is the most ridiculous idea I've ever heard. And Ledger is really terrifying me now. Simply put, they have no idea what they're doing. Someone must really need the money, and this seems like a wonderful method to get it to them. Things like this give me the creeps. Fidelity is now lobbying for an Ethereum exchange-traded fund. Totally cool. Given that BlackRock and Fidelity are lobbying on your behalf to implement ETH, let me tell you something. The effects will spread to the broader cryptocurrency market, where they will eventually drive the SEC to act. Yeah, they can screw around with some of these crypto firms. But look at these monsters. They won't accept things as they are at the moment. The SEC will be pushed to take a stand on something and provide us with some advice because of all the novel, non-answerable factors at play. To me, this is the most pressing issue in the cryptocurrency industry today: how to properly categorize and regulate digital assets. There's a lot going on, from development to trade, in the world of cryptocurrencies. In my opinion, this will be a necessity, and not only for the SEC, it will also force Congress to pass new legislation. BlackRock's unwavering commitment means they won't dabble in the ambiguous. Give me the guidelines, they'll demand, and we'll play by them. You know what the approval is nearing, but brace for more setbacks. I'm not going to go too much into it, but we're going to make a large business out of this field, which I think is really going to propel cryptocurrencies ahead. Bitcoin ETF. Many have warned that such denials are possible because the market and government must remain separate in order to function. Holding on to that possession. And that makes a lot of sense. And I believe that would increase security significantly. For that reason, I wouldn't blame the SEC if they rejected it. But then they'll get that fixed, just like they fixed the monitoring issue when Coinbase and BlackRock reached an agreement to keep an eye on things. The similarities to the prior situation are striking. If it doesn't get through, that's kind of like the missing link, but with these players being as large as they are, maybe they don't care. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum will soon have access to exchange-traded funds (ETFs), which will attract a new type of investor with deep pockets. If it doesn't work out this time, try not to panic. Progress is being made, have no fear. It's going to make it. On Twitter, many people are talking about how to be a scam detective. This is why I enjoy it. As to why I stick with him, and if you want to, you can borrow some of his goods. Admittedly, there are instances when I feel he is being overly pessimistic, such as when he attempted to paint this court decision as a defeat or when he said that XRP might be considered a security. I'll argue back. The information that Scam Detective provides is useful for understanding how the internet works. Follow Scam Detectives and you'll learn a lot about the administration. I learned a lot from watching his debates with the developers, which were full of wow, that's really interesting moments. The more I learn about the underlying asset and the network thanks to the information provided by the valuable person or persons. This is a fantastic account, you just have to sift through the opinions you won't share. For example, if the author is completely invested in XRP and despises Bitcoin, I might not agree with anything they say. However, this does not imply that they are not beneficial. That's why it's so difficult to get consensus. That's okay. However, the average scam detective isn't out to get their victims. He is not capitalizing on the fear of missing out. And I believe that if you follow him, you will gain knowledge. And sometimes you gotta wait to maybe when he goes a little too far in the negative, but there are plenty of us who go far too far on the positive, and everything's always going to the moon, and maybe it just balances it out a little bit. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. Finally, as always, I'd appreciate a like and a subscription. See you later, bye.